Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, on site, on location at the American Kickoff for the first time ever in Charlotte, North Carolina. And also in Charlotte, North Carolina, our Charlotte 49ers here inside of the American Conference. And so happy to be here with you. I want to thank Great Lakes Honda City and all of our partners here on Wake Up Call. I am here with head coach of the Charlotte 49ers football program, and that is Tim Albin. Tim, how are you?
Just fine. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. And Tim, I mean, I've had the opportunity over these last couple of years as Charlotte's just come in to the American pretty recently here, less than half a decade ago, and there's been some different leadership. And this is a new era. This is your opportunity to make this your team. Why did you choose Charlotte?
Yeah, that's a really an easy one for me. It came very clear to me early on in the vetting process that they want to get this done the right way.
Yeah.
And as a coach, coaching at a previous stop for 20 years, and it was 5 hours from here in the car. From a recruiting standpoint, there's a lot of good talent. Okay, everybody, and so as a coach, you know, okay, there's a lot of good talent in the area, and then you combine that with the facilities, the American, that's an attractive thing. But the early on piece came after visiting with Chancellor Gator, Director Hill. Same vision, the synergy. You could just read the room. Hey, it's time. They want to win. They understand. I think Commissioner Pernetti said something along the lines this morning about athletics and being an arm to the university. My terminology, my words, and I may have said this that day, when I was visiting with the group in person, is that I truly believe that the football program can be the front porch to the university. That's how, in my terms. And I'm not trying to take away from academics. That's not my point.
Yeah.
But if things are going well in the football area, a lot of things, work a lot smoother.
And you spoke about having that leadership at Charlotte, and with your chancellor and your head of athletics, when they have cohesion, when they have a unified message, we can truly see things get done. I don't think there's anywhere in the world where you could get anything done when you have those conflicting, this is how we think about this and nobody's willing to move. What can you say about, what it means to have the chancellor that you have and to have the athletics director that you have and how they work together and just what that does for UNC Charlotte?
Yeah, it's invaluable. And an example would be, hey, the things, maybe I have an idea or somebody on the staff member, it doesn't mean they're going to say yes to whatever you say. But you can approach them, and they will talk with you. It's when you get talked at. Yeah. Okay, they talk at you. Yeah. And hey, they're willing to talk with you and make a decision on maybe an idea or something. It doesn't go your way, but you're a part of the process, and you understand, and that keeps the the relationship, and why you get up and put 2 feet on the floor every day, coming to work, because you're a part of it. It's like my second team meeting with the guys. It's like, hey, we're not here. It's not us. It's not this staff versus you guys. It's us with you, and that's so important with the administration. The coach speak part of that is, hey, players they win games. But hey, administration, they win championships. I mean, that's how you do it. That's what we're chasing.
And when it comes to, like you said, administration, they win championships. It comes to investment. What are you seeing on Charlotte's side of it in the investment side?
Well, hey, we're going to be competitive. I don't know what the numbers are going to be. Director Hill says we'll be in the top third in rev share. From a football standpoint, I don't know the other sports. I'm sure he'll have those until the data comes out. But that's what I believe him. I just know that we helped ourselves. That the House settlement, we had fingers crossed. He had a plan. They had contracts ready to go. We were having talks with people. Just waiting on that thing to get done. And so we were ready to go when it happened. And we took full advantage of it.
And when you hear Commissioner Tim Pernetti here at the American, speak on the fact that two different things. One, the opt-in for the conference to be a part of this house settlement that they didn't have to do, but they chose to do. And then secondly, that the conference is bringing into this performance-based revenue sharing. So you have the one side of it of saying house settlement, yes, we want to be a part of this. We want you to generate money and have a plan for your student athletes. But we also, on the other end, as you're raising money, we want to say to you, if you do what you do on the field and you do it well, then there's going to be a performance-based thing coming back to you. There's going to be money invested in you, not just you investing money.
I think, again, his message this morning was, I mean, we were in great hands. The American is in a great position. His vision, passion, leadership. I've only been to 2 events, the spring head coaches meeting and this one. I mean, first class, top notch. His passion for the student athlete, and that's where he started. You know, and reference to the athletes in the back of the room. His time is at Rutgers, all right. And so then he gets into the suggesting some ideas how to what you just said. You know, how to make it better. How can we grow? You know, and he basically said, hey, you might feel uncomfortable with some of this stuff, but to have, these are again my words, to have great growth, you've got to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I think that was kind of what he was getting to. And but it's cutting edge. Man, I'm so excited for the American and his leadership in the future.
You sat right in the front row, a couple seats to my right.
Absolutely. I didn't know that, but I was in the front row.
What? I mean, I've seen you yesterday and today. You've shown that you are very much invested, very much involved. You're having conversations. You're being a part of it. You're not watching it happen. You're being a part of what's happening. Why be in the front row? Why put yourself there? Not just literally, but also figuratively in what you want Charlotte to be.
I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you saying that and noticing it. Really, I think it's very important that he. I mean, he has created an environment, and I've been into 2 meetings. He called me after getting the job on day 3. On the phone, and it's like I've been coaching for 37 years, and when a student athlete knows that the coach has his back and that coach is serving, he has the best interest for that person, they run through a brick wall.
Yeah.
And so you heard that in Tim's message today. I want to be there to support him, and so do the other 13 coaches, and that relationship piece of this is why we're cordial at dinner last night. Because on game day, this is Tim's words. I know you guys want to rip each other's heads up loud, but hey, look, this is how there's an accountability piece, right? And I think that's very powerful. The game of football teaches so many things. I mean, some of the lines he said up there about resiliency and discipline and adversity and life skills. Hey, he's been in my notebook, okay? Because that's what I believe, and it excites me, But Commissioner Pernetti is in my city, the Queen City, Charlotte. I live 15 minutes from here, and for me to be on the front row was a no-brainer to me.
Well, Coach, you typically get asked the questions. You don't get to ask them. They're asked to you. So I'm going to flip the script here and rapid fire here on Wake Up Call. You can ask me any 2 questions, any 2 topics. Not like there's anything major going on in collegiate athletics, but what do you have for me?
Yeah, one window or 2 in the portal.
I don't like where they are right now, either one of them. But I think there needs to be one window, and I don't like the thought of opening it after spring practice, because I've long thought about the fact of, so if you're at Charlotte and you're the quarterback and you say, hey, I'm going to transfer out right after spring ball and I'm going to go to Tulane, well, I got the playbook, I have all the terminology, I got all the information. So I don't think that it's right to be able to run away from competition after the spring, which you see a lot of. And I also don't think that the portal should open I don't think it should be open at the end of the regular season during bowl season, because it takes away from bowl games, it takes away from the team atmosphere and the chemistry and the build. And it also, I mean, you look at the college football playoff of the American wanting to have a place in this. Why? I mean, there were people within the college football playoff fighting for a national championship that were not playing in the game but on the sideline because they were in the portal. So I think there needs to be one window, but the 2 windows that we have right now are terrible.
Second question?
Yes.
Tampering. How do you deal with it? How do you enforce it?
Tampering, Well, I mean, you look at something in the NFL, you're going to go after draft picks and a heck of a lot of money. You can't go after draft picks here. But I think what you can do we're seeing an expansion of scholarships too. So I think you would have to do a combination of, well, I mean, there could be a lot of things. I think the first offense is money. So the first time you find tampering, you go after monetarily, and not a little bit of money, but enough money to make a dent in something. Then if you go to a second issue with tampering, so now we're dealing with money, now we're taking scholarships away from you. After we take money and scholarships, if we find you a third time, and this is within a year, this could be within a couple months, if we find a third tampering, you are now not eligible for the postseason that year. I think the only way to make people unfortunately do the right thing when they should be doing it anyways, and you should be doing it because of God, because of your faith, because you're moral, because you have values. I would think money talks, rosters talk, and taking away the benefit of being in the postseason would be a black mark on a university or a college. So I think if you're going to handle tampering, number one, you have to do it for everybody. You have to have the same set of rules, and you have to really nail things down, and you have to hit with a hammer that lets somebody know if you do it again, you're not gonna make money, you're not gonna have exposure, you're gonna lose a spotlight, and your conference is really not gonna be happy with you.
Good job.
So, with that being said, Tim Albin here,
Thank you.
the head
Appreciate
coach
it.
of the Charlotte 49ers, and I appreciate having you here today.
Thank you,
God
sir.
bless you and the
Yes,
team.
sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you.